Atamaria from beautiful Aotearoa, New Zealand. Good morning from beautiful New Zealand. I am career break guy, taking a break from corporate life. Man, I'm just gonna have to do the whole spiel again. So yes, apologies for the break. Kei te peo koe, how are you? And ngau mai, sorry, not ngau mai, aroha mai, I'm sorry for being so long since we last spoke. So just quickly, the reason for that was, first of all, there were school holidays, and during the school holidays, I'm just gonna hang out with my kids. During the day. I think that makes sense and sounds fair. And then after that, I've had technical issues, including, it turns out, technical issues today when my mic hasn't been working for this first 10 minutes of stream. But outside of the technical issues, needs must I have applied for a role in a job. That's kind of the roles that you apply for if you're a person, and had been offered it and accepted it. So I'm actually going to start a new job in a couple of weeks, which will make me career break guy. Although hopefully I'll be able to keep this going, this channel going, as like my escape at the end of the day. Maybe in the weekends. I just won't be able to do day streams anymore. Not that I've done them recently. Anyway, so yeah, just quickly on that, as a HR person, I say that you need to look at the, do you give an F about your job? And not being crude there, it means, does it meet a financial need? Yeah, I love my job, I need the money. Does it bring you fulfillment? So I personally like jobs where I feel like I'm helping the community, so I look for government jobs or charitable jobs. Does it have a fit? So, you know, is your job convenient to get to? Is it good hours that you can still go out to your sports or whatever events you like doing? You might always have a 4 o'clock coffee that you attend with your mate and have done for years, and you can still make it to that, so it fits in with your lifestyle. And then, because one of the things that you have when you've got like a list of things with the same letter, you always have one that's not that letter but has it in it. So X factor, is there something about the job that just makes it worth doing, even if it's not one of the financial, the fit, or the fulfillment? I happen to find a job which works out pretty well for all of those. It is a charity. It's really convenient to my to where I live. I don't have to travel for an hour into town. It is obviously pays, and the X factor, I'm just excited for it. There's other reasons that I'd want to work there, but I don't want them to. It's like how I don't say the name of my kids on stream. I'm not going to say the name of this job, just they haven't asked to be part of this, so I won't bring them into it. So yes, I'm going to start in a couple of weeks, but in the meantime, I wanted to see what's actually up with Orovold. And I think this part didn't have voice when I said it, but I've had major issues with my VTT, and I think it's my issues. It's not the VTT, it's not Foundry, it's not Free League's wonderful system. And again, thank you to Free League for sending me a copy of this game on the VTT. I do own a hard copy which I bought myself and PDFs and that, but don't own this VTT. Anyway, so what happened was the characters, they keep resetting. So I know that Orvold had taken some damage and had lost gear, but that wasn't showing up. When I loaded in, he was full of health and all well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give him some damage. And I've taken away all of the gear except for some daggers, because I knew I had 3 daggers. And there's some other bits and pieces that they should have, but I'm just going to gloss over it. And I'm going to, the joy of being the game master is you get to hand wave things if need be. And so to catch up, we're going to hand wave a little bit. Because from memory, we were stuck on a bridge last time, and people kept falling into the water. There was tentacles down there trying to kill us. And having 4 people who were getting increasingly more injured and less able to get across the bridge was not progressing the story. So what I'm going to say is, what has happened is, since we last spoke in the month of our time, Orvold, Halfter, Ulfric, and Gemma have made camp. They killed one of the tentacles that came out of the water and managed to start a fire. They went back to the room with the little fire people, where there was some fire, and they managed to cook up some of it. Might not have tasted delicious. I mean, I had some squid rings in the weekend that weren't amazing. They didn't make me sick or anything, thankfully, but they just didn't taste amazing. So these guys made a edible dinner, boiled up some water, and drank that. So they've eaten and drunk, and they've rested a bit. That's why I'm only giving them a couple of points of damage. There was also, the fire people had cloaks, and I'm just going to say, in the multiple rooms that these people have investigated, they've got enough robes that they've managed to cut them into strips and fashion them into a makeshift rope. And so when they're feeling better the next day, they've returned back to the bridge. And why does it keep having these things? Returned to the bridge, and maybe it's Gemma they've sent across because she was the most nimble of the group. I wish I wasn't doing that. And so she has gotten across the bridge now. Yay, that works again. Does it have all the gear back? Couple of damage, gear, get rid of that. Get rid of that. She's gotten across with this rope, tied it off, and now they have they've taken their time to get across the bridge now. Right, that's equipped. Close. I feel like there's a button here that I can apply prototype. Is that the one that makes it work? And now the prototype is working together. Anyway, so we're across the bridge, which I need to find. Moving across the bridge takes an hour due to rubble holes. Yep, so we did that. Running takes half the time. If you have a key, you can head back down if you chance. Forward takes you to the stairs on the upper level. Right. So I need to see page 16. Stairs to the upper level. So now we're going to kick off again. After all that, almost half an hour of technical issues and preamble, we're going to get into the adventure. I will edit this out of the YouTube. Don't worry. So, picking up this adventure of Orvold, Gemma, Halfter, and Ulfric. So, crossing over this decrepit bridge with the ghastly winged beast flying above and strange tentacles coming out of the black oozy water below. Now, this bridge leads to a deep mist that, strangely enough, wasn't seen before. Surely by now you must be well into the ruins of the city, hopefully at the spires. Eventually the bridge ends, as does the mist. The towering spires on each side of this bridge gleam in a strange light of the sky. As you step off the bridge, you're met by two gigantic pillars covered with intricate detailed serpents of gold, and what looks like horn-stoned heads of what must be giants. There are no doors, but a wide staircase leads upwards towards the opening. Looking, there is only up or back to choose from, unless you wish to jump down into the water, which we know not to do. But that would be a fall to the death. As you move forward into the building, you get a sense that something is not quite as it should be. So our options for this exit are heading back through the mist will take us to the bridge, but forwards up the stairs takes us to a great hall. So obviously we're going to forward to the stairs, because we just came from the bridge, and the bridge took up most of the last episode. So this great hall, this chamber is vast. Its true size difficult to grasp. The creators, unmistakably non-human, leave you pondering their nature. Could they be giants, as indicated by the stone faces on the entrance pillars? Yet the rest of the city is built in human scale, raising questions about their intentions. Is it an elaborate display for visitors to this grand palace? The very centre of this long chamber is adorned with the statue of a man, 3 times the size of a human, holding a book and a sceptre. Your gaze finds 3 exits, a pair of ordinary-sized doors on the left and right, and colossal double doors adorned with a mouth-like design at the far end. All 3 entrances boast white marble infused with delicate golden threads, exuding an aura of grandeur and opulence. Obviously not this picture. This picture is AI generated, thank you Bing. So this chamber is obviously important. The doors on each side of the room both lack locks. A circular metal handle is all that hangs on them. The double door on the far end of the chamber lacks handles as well. And its importance depends on your knowledge. Make a roll for lore to see if you can understand, or what you can understand of this room. As you study the room, the mouth above the double door begins to move. Alright, so let's do our lore. Who's our lore expert? I kind of feel like it's going to be Ulfric because he's the druid. He's got 0. Gemma is 0. Halfdoor is 0. No surprises so far. Whoa! Ulfric is 0 as well. None of us are very lawsy. Who's got good wits then? Who wants to make this roll? Yeah, okay. Well, I guess Orvald is going to see what he can remember, or he knows of this hall, and he asks the others for help, but unfortunately they all scratch their head. He's like, oh, Ulfric, not even you? Does this not come up in your lore? And Ulfric's like, no, I don't recognize any of these symbols here. He's like, oh, well, that's not helpful at all. So anyway, let's do our lore roll. Wits 3, that's all we get. Come on, 6s. Wazam. Let's start the day with a 6. So if you remember, with the system, you roll a number of dice equal to whatever your rating is. So my lore was 0, so nothing for that. But then it's a wits roll, so I got 3 dice. All you need to do is look for a 6. 6 is a success, but if you get a 1, it will only be damaging to you if you then push the roll, which means you describe how narratively your person does something more to succeed at a task, and you're allowed to re-roll any dice that's not a 6 or a 1. But I'm not going to re-roll, I've already got a success, so we'll take that. So scoring a success, I'm allowed to look at 7. Remember M, the Great Hall. I'm just going to put that in the chat. M, the Great Hall. Let's look at 7. So, as you study the room, the mouth above the double doors begins to move. It speaks in a language that is impossible to understand. This garbled language is painful and causes 2 damage to wits. To get past the mouth, you must destroy it. To get past the mouth, you must destroy it. It says that twice for some reason. Mist begins to pour out of the mouth, and from this point on, the mouth considers the adventurers as hostile. Well, that's awkward. The mouth speaks in the garbled language while a strange black gold shimmering mist pours out of it. This is the Mist of Ereb. Inside the mist, demons flutter in and out of existence. There are a total of 3 demons. Draw 3 initiative cards for the demons. Once all 3 are defeated, roll d2 plus 1 at the end of the round. That many demons spawn immediately and will fight as normal in the following round. Or, I'm going to roll move, and we're just going to try and book it away from there. I don't think we can win this fight. I'm going to push. Really need to get away. No, he takes another point of damage on his agility, so he's like, quickly, we're not prepared for this, let's go! And as he turns, he kind of twists his ankle as they make their escape. So it's now just kind of like back on the stairs staring into this room. We can see this mist, and we're going to give it a moment. And Ulfric looks at Orvald's ankle. He's like, I'm sorry, I can't fix this at the moment, because Ulfric has no willpower. I'm just saying that he used up all the willpower, and that's what you need to cast spells. It's like, as soon as I can, though, I'll help. So what they're going to do is they're going to try and sneak back in, and they're going to try one of the doors. We're going to say to the left. So who's got the lowest stealth? He's currently... Ulfric's got through 4. So 4 agility and 0 stealth. 3... Halfdoor's got the worst. Gemma's probably going to be quite good. 5, yep. 2. Okay, so let's roll Orvald. Oh! Maybe Orvald is going to stay back. We're going to send out a scout. Stealth of... So that's going to be 5. Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to have Gemma try and sneak over to the one on the left. And we might even have Ulfric go over and try and cause a distraction on the other side. So I'm going to give a +1. +1, modifier 1. So he runs in and makes a distraction, and the mist starts coming out and heading towards him, and Gemma tries to sneak in the other direction. Oh god, no successes. So the creatures do see her, and then she's gonna run back as well. Yeah, so she makes it back. They manage to make it back. It's like, okay, we might need to try another plan here. And they look and they're like, okay, well, we don't have many. We've only got 3 daggers between us. But I think we'll make a run for it. We'll run to the door. If we can't get to the door, be prepared to fight. I'm just going to double check whether I have made a creature for demons of... Nope, let's just quickly make a demons monster called Demons in the Mist of Ereb. Demons in the... in the Mist of Ereb. What's beer? I'm trying to... Every time I see a word like Arab, I'm like, what is it backwards? What are they trying to say here? Strength is 3 of 3. And the agility is 3 of 3. Move. As a long action, it can attack someone in arm's length. Special disappears and reappears. Attack. We'll give it an attack here. Combat attacks. +1. This is called a slash. It is at arm's length and 5 base dice for 1 damage, and it's a slash. Okay, cool. So we're gonna run for it. I'm gonna roll. I'll roll to see if they make it, because he's going to be the slowest. Like, ready? 3, 2, 1. No. So, the creatures do manage to catch them as they're running along. The mist start, and poor old Orvold is limping along. So draw 3 initiatives, because there's 3 demons. I just like that. 3 demons versus us. Let's get into combat, because this is a terrible idea. This is where my people die. Alright. So the demons in the mist. They will appear and disappear at random. When it's the demon's turn in a round to act, roll a 1d6. If it is gone, disappears, it's present. If it's 4 to 6, it remains in its current state. So these are all present currently. So let's just see which one. Can I control? Okay. So it's this one. We're going to roll d6 for it. 1 to 3, it disappears. Boom! So it disappears. We're just going to do that. And that's its turn. Like, it doesn't actually... So this book says this continues until the mouse is destroyed or the adventure is broken. But also doesn't say how to... Like, the mouth has no health. Anyway, Orvold is going to... He's going to try and move. He's going to try and get to that door. No. That's the end of his turn. Halfter... So we're going to try and move. Oh no, Halfter's our beefy guy. Halfter's going to try and strike it at this thing. Save us, Halfter. Does sword fighter count? Or is that only for... No, I think we decided it's only for swords. So he's going to roll to attack. Oh, 2 successes for 2 damage. And it's this demon. So this demon is going to try and dodge, I guess? Yes. Okay, so it does take 1 point of damage. Yeah. And it's used one of its movements. Ulfric. Ulfric is also going to try and attack it. You were Ulfric, weren't you? Yes. Actually, no, he's not. He's going to run, because he's not really in a position. Okay, I'm going to say that he gets to the door, and he gets the door open, so we're going to have an advantage for trying to escape moving forwards. Demon in the mist. Right, so this demon, 1d6, 1 to 3, it disappears. This demon disappears. Next demon in the mist, 1 to 3, it disappears. 5, it stays there, and with that, it is going to move, and it's going to attack back at Halfdor, makes sense. So combat. Slash. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Halfdor is going to try and get out of the way of that. He's going to try and do like this kind of cool, sick barrel roll, tumble out of the way, if possible. 1 success, so he takes 1 damage to his strength. And now Gemma. Gemma is going to try and stab at that creature which is remaining. Gemma's this one. Combat. Dagger. Slash. Roll. 1 success, and it's used its turn, so that creature can't dodge this time. So that's just straight up 1 point of damage. Back to the top. This creature, 1 to 3, it reappears. 3, it reappears. And I believe it gets to choose to, I guess, does it attack if it reappears? Yeah, let's say it gets to attack. And it's going to attack Halfdor as well. Combat. Slash. 2 successes. Halfdor, he's got his turn back, so he gets to be able to do his sweet roll again, hopefully. Yes, 1, so he takes 1 damage. As this creature's claws lash out. He's like, hurry! Because he's getting a bit hurt there. Orvold is going to... what does he get to roll? He gets to roll 5. Oh, you know what? He's going to slash at the weakened creature. Unsuccessful. You know what? Let's push that, because why not? He's like, you gotta get it. Quickly, I'll cover you. 2 successes, and that creature will get to roll to get out of the way. 1 success, 1 damage. So that thing is actually dead. Which one is that? This one. Dead. Defeated. That's great. Halfdor is going to strike at the other one which remains. I really wish I could use Sword Fighter, that would have been so useful. Oh! 2 successes! This one is going to try and get out of the way because it hasn't tried it yet. Swings with the dagger. Aha! Strikes it for 2 points. Excellent, Halfdor. The creature, as it reappears and is striking at him, maybe he's just comes back on the backswing when it's overextended. Ah, Halfdor, you legend. Ulfric is going to yell out quickly, because he's at the door and he's holding it. He's ready to slam it shut. So if we do get away, then I think we're good to go. This creature in the mist, what does it do? 1 to 3, it reappears. 5, it stays disappeared, which is really convenient. He's dead. He dead. So Gemma's turn. Gemma's going to strike at the other creature which is there with her dagger. No successes, but she is also going to push. Oh no, the item broke, so the dagger broke. But the creature has been defeated. So that was this one, which is the top one. Dead. So I'm going to say that the other two prepare to leave, but let's just see if that creature reappears. 5. No, sweet. So what I'm going to say is the creature hasn't reappeared. All of them are making their way to the door, and now they managed to get through before that last creature reappears. I really wish her dagger hadn't broken. In combat, in encounter, yes. You guys are gone. It's like, is everyone okay? And Halfter's like, I'm not, but I'll carry on. And Jim is like, my dagger, when I stabbed it, I went straight through. I was too strong, and I accidentally cut myself in the same time. So she's got a point of damage. So as we strike this final blow, there's a word of uncreation. Both the mouth and the door that it's attached to disappear in a fine mist of white marble. Behind it stands a long corridor. Pillars upon pillars adorn the sides, and we're free to move on if we wish. That's convenient. We're still going into that door on the left, though. Strange as... oh, it's an armory. So strange is this place, as it seems to be mostly ruined, yet intact at the same time. The far end of this room has no wall, just a grey mist that seems to continue endlessly. A few candles have been lit on top of a square stone a few meters ahead, and as you look a bit closer, several stones begin to float mid-air as a black mist surrounds them. So spending time here is soothing. It almost feels as though this is a place made for rest. As the grey mist seeps into your nose, roll for endurance versus the mist potency of 3 for every hour spent here. If you fail, you fall asleep for an hour. Okay, so... this counts as a night's rest. For each quarter hour spent searching this room, roll on the treasure table. This can be done until you've found a total of 4 items. If you have marked the jail cell on your strange sheet, you can choose any item on the result table, because we had these various symbols and that was one of them. See, we hadn't come across it yet. So we're just going to have to roll and hope for something lucky. For every quarter hour spent awake or sleeping, roll d6 for wandering monsters. On a skull, a demon appears out of the mist. If you're sleeping or resting, it's now interrupted. Okay, so for every hour spent here, we have to roll. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to roll... we're going to search this room for treasure. And... oh, for every quarter hour, roll on the treasure table below. Okay, so first of all, first one, we're going to roll to see if we find something. So a d6 to see what we find. We got a 4. Roll on the gold loot table on page XX. I think page XX is a thing. Gold loot table. Okay, so this is a d12 to find out what it is, and also then another d12 to find out the quality. So first d12 is a 10, and the second d12 for the quality. So a 10 and a 6. What we find is a drinking horn with gold details with 46 gold. And then it was a 6, and of normal quality. So 46 for this horn. So we get a drinking horn with 11 gold. Gear. In the backpack. Drinking horn. gear, create. I would say the price was 11. And on the main, we'll just put gold, loot, table, 10. 6. Sweet. And now we'll roll a d6 to see whether a monster appears. Where was that thing that I was looking at? Was it 37? 30. Great Hall 17. Go through the door of Armory 18. Aha! Right. So we roll a d6 and see if a monster appears. We're looking for a skull as a monster. That's not a monster, so that's... Oh wait, does a skull count as a monster? I'm just going to roll a bunch of d6 and see if one of them shows a skull. I think a 1 is a skull. Okay, so a monster has appeared out of the mist. Damn it! And it's going to attack this demon-y creature. Demon... Do we have a demon already? Okay, we'll do it real quick. Monster, demon... Oh wait, wandering demon. There's one. Doop. They're searching and they're like, oh my god, what is that? Combat. So the demon of the mist goes first, and it's going to attack 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to attack poor old Ulfric. Maybe he was standing at the back and wasn't really paying attention. Oh no, this is slightly different. So this is strength. There's only strength 3 and agility 2. With I think I'm gonna have to make a new one. Ugh. Obviously. Creature. Wandering demon 2. Monster create. Was that strength of, what do we say? Strength of 3 out of 3. Agility is 2 out of 2. It has melee of 2. 2. Scouting of 3. Movement of 1. Ooh, that's more than 1. And then its damage is a bite, which has 2 damage and oh, okay, so it would do that and armor 2. Gear. Armor of metal skin, which is a rating of 2 of 2. Sweet. So we're going to say it goes first. Combat. It's going to melee, and the bite was 2 damage. Okay, so it's trying to bite Halfter. Oh god, now Halfter is definitely gonna, not Halfter, Ulfric. Ulfric is definitely gonna try and dive out of the way of this. Ah! Get away from me, beast! He's got 2 successes against its 2 successes. So he does manage to get away. And I just realized that if with this creature I go equipped, and I'll add the fight, which is a... fight, gear, weapon, damage 2. Now we can use it that way. Which one is this? Is that the one we made? This one we made. Aha. Right, so let's get rid of that one. That'll work properly from now on. Ulfric. Ulfric is going to try and just, I guess, punch at the creature. As it's trying to bite at him, he's just going to try and pummel it in the head. Is there actually a thing for unarmed already? Unarmed? No. Fist, maybe? No, we're just going to say it's a 1 damage type dealie. Right, melee, punch it! Punch it in the head! 2 successes, but the creature is going to try and get out of the way of that, unsurprisingly. It's going to roll its move. Trying to beat the 2 successes, 1 success. Okay, so it does 1 point of damage in its head, just bap. Get away! Get away! Just like slamming it as this thing's trying to bite at him. Oh, it's only meant to have 3 strength. Oh, that's why, because that's not that creature. It's actually this one. 1 point of strength. Oh, would have had to roll different dice. What are you going to do? Up next is Audivold. Audivold's going to try and stab at it. Get away from him! Foul beast. But he doesn't manage to, and he's not going to push either because that would be terrible. Gemma is going to try and punch at it as well. She has no dagger this time. And also no luck. But... Oh, that's Ulfric. Oops. Sorry. Gemma. Imagine using the right person. Melee. Yeah, still no luck. It was meant to be, or not be, as the case may be. Halfter is going to also jump up and try and stab at this creature with... He actually does have a dagger though, so roll! 1 success, so 1 more point of damage. Back to the top. The creature... it is going to... Ooh. I'm just going to see, you know what, let's give it a... No, it's going to attack 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see who it goes for. 1, 2, so it goes after Gemma this time. Combat, bite. Bite doesn't actually have a bonus. Oh, 2 successes. Gemma, get out of the way! Roll your move to dive underneath this creature as it bites at you. She doesn't, but she's going to push. She's really going to just like throw herself bodily out of the way. No, so she's going to take 3 damage, which is going to knock her out, or break her as the case may be. She goes down. No, Gemma. Ulfric is going to, again, return to... Oh, no, what he's going to do is he's going to be like, Halfter, get it! And tries to grab it and distract it and hold it. So he's actually going to do the help action. Allowing Halfter to get a benefit in. Audivold is going to run over and try and... stab this creature, actually. Who am I kidding? We got to try and get it dead so that we can then try and heal up Gemma. Combat dagger. No luck. Gemma's down. So she's just gonna like crawl back towards the team, away from the, or crawl away from the creatures. Everyone kind of like steps over her to protect her. Halfter is going to swing with his dagger. He is being helped by Ulfric, who is trying to grapple with the monster and distract it at the same time. Yes, and the success is all we needed. The creature falls dead, which again is really lucky. But now we need to help Gemma. Ulfric, I think, is he our healing? Yes, healing. He's going to run over and he's going to try and heal poor Gemma, who's been broken. So you'll be okay. Oh god, but she really won't. Broken. Nope. Doesn't want to show me. Damage, combat damage, breaking, damage and recovery. Broken. Okay, so she was knocked senseless. Oh, roll for a critical injury. Last type of damage was bite. A bite's the same as a... Oh, it's an other, isn't it? Critical injury. She remains unconscious until she dies or is healed. Non-typical damage. Broken NPCs. So how do we actually heal? Healing care. If someone manages to heal you during the process of critical healing, remain healed. Time left of 4 somethings. Healing. What is the other healing? Damage and recovery. Coup de grace recovery. Rolling healing or performance if you're broken in that way. Slow action, nope. Same person can only try once. Okay. So now, Orvold is going to try and heal. He's like, get out of the way, Alfred. It also fails. Halfter is going to come through and it's like, I have seen this kind of... you people, you think you're so smart, but honestly, it's simple to try and heal someone. It's just a battlefield wound. Oh god, okay, none of them do it. What did it say there with damage? Recovery. If no one helps you within D6 hours, you recover anyway and get back 1 point of health. So in 1 hour she'll get up. But in that time, creatures might come 4 times. So let's roll to see if what we'll do is the other 3, because they're like, oh, we can't help her, we'll just make her comfortable while she rests. I'm going to roll to see if they're going to be searching. So they're going to try and find something first. They get a 3, nothing of value. And then does a creature show up? No. Second, so this is now the second of thing, 4, so you get something on the gold table. Does a creature show up? No. So it's 2. Third one, looking for something, 5, yep, gold table again, so we get 2 gold tables. Nothing shows up. Last one, do they find anything? Ooh, they find something special. So 2 gold tables and 1 special, and then nothing shows up. So 2 gold tables plus 1 number 31 from in armory, just so I don't get lost where I'm going. Alright, so first of all, ooh, look at that. He looks 31. So as we're digging through piles of debris, we find a strange looking morning star. Its handle is made of dark twisted wood and the metal has a strange gold shimmer to its blackened surface. This is the morning star of Gaul. Ooh. The morning star has the following stats: one-handed, bonus +3 damage, 2 arm's length and blunt. Once per day the wielder of the weapon may choose to spend willpowers when attacking a target. By doing so, the head of the morning star dissipates into a fine black mist with a golden shimmer that surrounds the target. It can no longer be used as a weapon. No attack roll is made, but the slow, fast and free actions for the round are used up. For each willpower point spent, 1 demon of the mist is summoned. Demons fight as one and count as helping each other, adding bonus dice to rolls as per the rules. At the end of each round, roll a d6 for each demon. So same again, 1 to 3 disappear, remains, 4 to 6 turns into mist and disappears. The demons will attack the nearest target that is not a demon at random. At the end of the combat, all demons summoned will turn to mist and disappear. As this happens, the head of the morning star retakes its shape on a d6 roll plus willpower spent. If it's 10 or higher, it's forever broken. I mean, that's kind of cool though. So Halfter's going to pick up this morning star at the very least. So I'm going to go gear, new item, which is a weapon, and this is the morning star of Gaul. Damage is 3. Oh, sorry, bonuses. No, there we go. Is that it? Bonus +3, yep. Weapon damage is 2. It is melee, it is one-handed, it is blunt, and then it's got this other crazy feature, which I'm just going to copy. I wonder if I can put that in here. Yep, whole bunch of wall of text. But the main thing is he's got a Morningstar now, and he's going to give the dagger to Ulfric. Did that actually copy across? That'd be great if it did. Sweet. That's equipped. That's gone. Ulfric can probably give that to Gemma when she wakes up. Which is now, truth be told. She gets 1 point back. But I believe her wound said that in 4 days? Oh no, she remains unconscious until she dies or is healed. Okay, well, she got 1 point back, so she's okay. The bite wasn't as fatal as it might have looked. So we get 2 items. So the first item is a 2 of quality 10. And the second one is a... Oops, wrong dice. It's a 7 of quality 5. So 2 of quality 10 is a necklace with gold trim with an increased value. So gear, this one, gear, and necklace. This is great that I've got all this gear that I can sell. Hey! Cute emoji. Yes, it is. Yay for Morningstars. I just wish that I was getting gear which, you know, was battle related for my poor people. So 96 plus 1 is the price of this thing. It is worth 32 gold. Not that I'm ever going to make it alive out of here to spend that. And then we're going to put this as the gold loot table number 2 bar 10. What was the other one we had? 2 bar 10 and 3 bar 7. So a ring of normal quality worth 1d6. Ring gear. Tiny, and it's worth, what did I say, 1d6? With 5 gold. Again, would be great if I could ever make it out alive to spend this. Gold loot table number 3 bar 7. Now, there was the awkward thing. Roll for travel size trebuchet. Oh god, wouldn't that be... Yes. What an arm-mounted trebuchet. Went to the Great Hall, then we went to the Armory. So in the Armory, now for every quarter hour we get to roll. We've done our... you can find a total of 4 items. We've found 4 items now. So we can't roll for anything else. But one was a weapon. One was a cool weapon. But now, because we've been there for an hour, we need to roll endurance versus potency 3. So here we'll roll endurance. No successes, and then potency 3. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. After... you know, we'll do Gemma. Gemma wakes up and let's see if she falls back asleep again. She's got 1 success. And the room doesn't, so nothing happens to her. Halfter, I kind of want him to stay awake because he's my tough guy. Yep, he stays awake. and Ulfric, who tends to stay at the back. Endurance roll. This is 3, so he gets no successes. And the rule does nothing to him either. Okay, so everyone manages to stay awake, which is good, but also it's a shame because if they fell asleep for an hour, then that counts as a night's rest. Alright, so now I guess they... Oh, okay, so Gemma's up, looking really beat up. Can't really... Is there a short rest in this game? I forget. Journeys, rest? Quarter day, rest. Resting by campfires, good opportunity to recover damage. Read about recovery and damage if you rest. Then something like that happens, damage and recovery. Cover, broken, recovery, further recovery, death, healing. Doesn't really say anything there. There's not really a short rest of sorts, but I guess they could take a rest for a shift. Yeah, we will rest, and I'm going to roll 46 to see whether a monster shows up in the middle of that. Ah, oh, dang it, a monster does show up. Rather than roll out that whole combat, I'm just going to say that they book it out of that room. So now we're back in the Great Hall. Now we're going to check out the door on the other side to the right. So the blood red sky paints this room with a strange colours as we notice 5 people sitting in chairs surrounding the 2 small tables in the centre. There are 3 narrow windows facing the ruined city. The middle window burns with a white flame as if it's organic. People sitting here seem to be mesmerised by it. Chandeliers hang from the ceilings, candles burning frantically. For now, we remain unseen, an observer within this enigmatic tableau. The air crackles with an aura of anticipation, leaving you with a sense of unease, mingled with an insatiable curiosity. What secrets lie within this chamber, and what role do these individuals play in the unfolding mysteries of the ruined city? And you know what? I might pause it there. I will come back to this. I've still got a couple of weeks before I start a job. Weirdly enough, though, I have to speak with some other people about a job in about half an hour, so that's why I better wrap up and have some lunch before that meeting. Thank you, Moji, for stopping by. Always lovely to speak. Are you on Getting Dicey tonight? Is that happening tonight? If anyone's missed out, recently completed a GM-less, prep-less game of Twilight 2000 on Getting Dicey's stream. That's available, Getting Dicey, or one word, on Twitch, but also they're on YouTube. Go check that out. But now they are starting a Dragonbane playthrough, which super excited, except I can't watch it live because Tuesday is the game, the night that I actually have my own game. I think it's postponed? Oh, that's a shame. Okay, well, people, you have an opportunity. For anyone that's not watching this when it goes live, or in the first couple of days, you haven't missed it. It's probably going to be next week, which, let's say, around the 28th or something like that. Anyway, go keep checking in on Getting Dicey. Go favorite it, follow it, subscribe, and then you'll get notifications when they do go live with this Dragonbane, which will be super cool. And I believe Moji Roji is part of it. So, excite. But in the meantime, I'm going to say thank you very much for coming by. And I wish you all well. Have a great rest of your day. And speak to you next time when we decide what to do in the meeting room. And also when I figure out how to actually use my equipment properly. Right. See you.